Chapter 9, babies! It was the dead center of Tokyo, where the Demon Slayer headquarters was located. The Hashiras had assembled to discuss the disappearance of Yin. Suddenly, in a neatly kept garden where they previously met up, the doors were swung open, and Master Kaguya entered, accompanied by two beautiful dressed children. My children, you have all worked so tremendously hard lately, and your impact has had a positive effect on the people that resides in Japan, he said, in Dursley eyes, reminded of queenly content with a contact smile. All Hashiras remained bowed, and they all thanked him for acknowledging their efforts. Although that is not the reason I had gathered you all here today. As you all probably have noticed, after sending in, the incident occurred in Shikoku relating to a demon has disintegrated significantly, he said, the gratitude in his voice becoming evident. But we have faced with a problem. She has not returned, and we suspect to be held by Muzan Kibutsuji, as her crow had returned with a message that the 3 upper moons had captured her and completely eliminated her family. Kayaka said, his eyes eventually dulling. Slight gasps were heard from the bowed Hashira. Forgive my intrusion. But the Muzan Kibutsuji? What could he possibly want with her? If she wasn't killed already, Sanemi had asked. The Hashira mumbled among each other. Running into a member of the 12th Kiseki was already scarce, but being bared by one and taken to Muzan? There had been no reason. Was what Sanemi thought, and it was a thought shared between the pillars. Unfortunately, yes. And it seems that her capture may be a result of her strength and blood, Kayaka had answered. I had thought that was the only myth, but it is now possible that the Meniki blood is real. The Hashira stared in confused. When I was younger, I heard legends of blood more thrilling and captivating than a Marichi, except it was more special and rarer to find. Only a Kasabi to those who use breathing techniques derived from both sun and moon breathing, Kayaka explained. All right, it is said to have great immunity to the sun if consumed by demons. Its effects last depending on the quantity of blood consumed. When he finished, everyone was shocked. Such an incredible blood type that it could possibly mean the end for humanity if Muzan somehow knows about this incredible effect. Well, what should we do? Surely we can't go up against Muzan. He'll kill us before we even save Yin. Mitsuri started to get everyone eventually worried about the situation. Well, we need a flamboyant plan if we want to get her back safely and without any serious casualties. Uzui had chipped in. Since chapter 9 is so short, I will be doing chapter 10 as well. So yeah. Fear and occupation was the only thing instilled in Yin's mind. She had not ever thought that there was a possibility for demons to be immune to the sun without the blue spider lily. But now, before her very eyes, the most threatening demon stood before her with temporary immunity to the sun. I'm gonna butcher this because I don't think I said it right in the first one. Amakuri. He hummed along, walking along the shadows, until he finally was next to Yin, who was still clutching the curtains and deeply exhausted. Come on, you know they are only legends. They don't even exist, the girl said. The fear engulfed her, but she remained strong and resilient. But that is where you seem to be wrong, my dear, the Demon King replied, and once again grabbed her arm and flipped it to reveal Doma's previous inscription. The girl retailed, immediately yanking her arm away, suddenly stopping once Muzan's aura had turned dark and depending on his oh my god, demanding as he raised his hand, signifying her to stop. Out of fear, she stopped, watching as the man had cut an aura next to Doma's cut. And now he moved the crimson beam to his pale lips. Then he got up as her eyes never left him, and he walked into the sunlight. Nothing happened. So the legends are true, but that only made Yin realize that she was most likely never going to escape. No, this is impossible. I still have to make a plan somehow. Hopefully my crow reached the master in time, Yin thought, but it didn't seem to be heard by Muzan, thankfully. Now, I want you to listen carefully, so I do not feel as if I must repeat myself, Muzan said while walking back into the shadows next to the girl after ripping the curtain shut. He kneeled down to her level, but she immediately scuffled back into the corner as he kneeled closer. Now she was trapped. His extended arm placing his strong grip onto her right shoulder as he fiddled to pull down the sleeve of your Demon Slayer uniform to prevent the deep cut from leaking more blood. He took his other hand and tilted your head up slightly, ensuring for you to make full eye contact with him. Your stomach warped around itself in fear. Yet you stared at him. How beautiful your eyes are portrayed your fear for me, he said, then letting you go as he stood up about to leave. I'm going to need more of your blood later, so get some rest, he said while sliding open the screen door and closing it behind him. You couldn't sense him staying, but you could not make out any footsteps leaving the hallway. You looked around the room, stunned at what just happened. That just had taken place, yet for some reason, you agreed with Muzan. You needed to rest. You curled up in the corner, starting to plan how you could possibly escape.